My name's Les Richards and I'm a lens person, volunteer with Cotswold Canal Trust. Prior to retiring, I used to run along the canal and walk along it. And I was always impressed by the progress that was being made and the gangs of people working on it. So it seemed the logical thing to do, and you could actually see the progress that was being made.
Over a period of time, I've done various roles, but the trust were advertising for lock keepers. And I thought, that sounds like an interesting job. I'll give it a go. We do maintenance, which usually means flushing the lock through. So we let the water go through, we empty the lock, fill the lock. As well as that, we clear the rubbish that accumulates around the lock gates and potentially stops water flowing through. Also, we try and keep the surroundings of the lock tidy. So out here you'll see that there's grass, and so we try and keep the place looking generally clean and tidy. It gives you a purpose, and one of the things you worry about when you retire is, what am I going to do with your time? But very quickly you realise there are lots of things out there and you wonder how you ever found time to do any work. You get a chance to talk to people, as you will have seen. A lot of people use the towpath, and while you're outside, while you're working on the locks, and you've got your high-vis vest on, there are always people stopping to talk to you and ask you questions. What are you doing? Why is that happening up there? Why is there no water in the lock? And so you meet the public, and that's interesting. But then you meet some interesting people as well. I've made quite a number of friends, and there are lots of opportunities to do all sorts of things. So I get involved in other things besides lock keeping. But yes, so I would say those are the key things.
I think the interesting thing is the young people who walk past locks are fascinated by how they work and the history of how long ago they were designed, and they're still exactly the same. And so a lot of people clearly have an interest. In a sense, it's for everybody of any age, but for volunteering, clearly you have to be a sort of responsible adult. But the good thing with lock keeping is that you can actually do it whenever you want. As long as there's two of you, then Andy and I will say, it suits us both on a Wednesday or a Thursday. There's no reason why we couldn't come down on an evening in the summer and do it in the evening. So, the time limitations are not that specific on lock keeping. So it's quite attractive.